She was known to the whole countryside as Peggy. She rambled around for her bit and her sup, and the news of the 7 townlands gathered up. Like you to a Christian, she'd speak and she'd chat to her only companion, a thieving black cat. As big and as thin as a King's County sow, and she'd waken the dead when she'd let you meow. If you met her at night on the road, it's no lie, she'd fizzle you up with the fire of her eye. St. Peter once said it, sure he ought to know, that Peggy's cat she came straight from the region below. No one saw her a kitten, I'm certain of that, for when I was a boy, Peggy's cat was a cat. Old Barney Maloney that worked at the mill lived a mile beyond Peggy's on the hill. Well, he hated that cat as he hated old Nick, and he swore that someday she'd feel the weight of his stick. But still, when he'd meet her, his courage would die. He'd bow himself quietly and let her pass by. Till one Christmas night, 25 years ago, when the world was wrapped on a blanket of snow, when Barney's small household had feasted their fill, they retired to their rest full of peace and goodwill. At midnight they helped her on tippy-toe-tip to the room where the master and good missus slept. She shouted at Barney, "Get up out of that, here's the thief of the world, Peg Kelly's black cat." Like a shot from a gun, Barney jumped out of bed. "Stop the chimney," he shouted, "close the window and door, and I'll soon have that witch cat a corpse on the floor." Roseanne on the hearth quickly did as he bid, and venting his temper he lifted the lid. Like a flail he stole Blackthorn, went this way and that, smashing all in the house but the cat. He smashed up the griddle, the pots and the pans, the teapot, the kettle, the pails and the cans. The grandfather clock that hung on the wall, he smashed up the fiddle and Rosie's old shawl. He then struck the table and then struck the chair. The cat never worried, for she wasn't there. She seemed unhurt and the kitchen a wreck. She jumped on his back and put her paws round his neck. She deemed herself safe from his murder attack, and then with a fright he fell flat on his back. When nervously trapped, she scratched and she spat. Meow, here's the end of Peg Kelly's black cat. 12 months had gone by, as sure as you're there, when Barney was coming home late from a fair. He met on the mooring the ghost of the cat, and I found him half dead with his hair through his hat. So no wise go home early, take a warning by that. The ghost you'll be meeting is Peg Kelly's black cat. Now in Dublin's fair city, a dame did well, for birth and for breeding none could her excel. She's a blacksmith's daughter, the truth for to tell, and her husband he must be a trooper. A wee croppy tailor who lived up next door by. 'Twas on that fair damsel he soon cast his eye. He swore by his soul that with her he'd lie, for he didn't care a damn for the trooper. He knocked at this damsel's door one night. He called her his dear, his pride and delight. 10 guineas I'd give for my lodgings tonight, for I hear that your husband is in Georgie. Oh yes, Mr. Taylor, you're very well right when you say that my husband is in Georgie tonight. But if he comes home, he'll give you a fright that will put you in mind of the trooper. When the bargain was over and all said and done, they went into bed and the spree had begun. When the spree was over, they both fell asleep and minded no more of the trooper. When the trooper came home in the middle of the night, he knocked at the door and he gave them a fright. Go hide me, the wee tailor, he cried, for I hear the bold knocks of the trooper. There's a useless old cupboard behind the hall door, and in it you'll find yourself snug and secure. I'll trip down the stairs and I'll open the door, and I'll let in my husband, the trooper. With kindness and compliments, oh to be sure, she tripped down the stairs and she opened the door. For your kindness and compliments, I don't care a damn. Go light me a fire, said the trooper. There's a useless, oh husband, dear husband, we have got no fire stove. If you come into bed, I'll keep you warm enough. There's a useless old cupboard behind the hall door, and I'll burn it tonight, said the trooper. Oh husband, dear husband, grant me one desire. That useless old cupboard is too good for a fire, and in it I have a gamecock I admire. I must see your gamecock, said the trooper. So he stooped to the cupboard and opened the door, and he found the wee tailor safe, snug and secure. He hauled him right out in the middle of the floor, said, is this your gamecock, says the trooper. So, now Mr. Taylor, you're a very cunning fox. When did you become one of my wife's gamecocks? For that very reason I'll give you a knock that will set you in mind of the trooper. So he caught the wee tailor by the 2 ears, and he cut them clean off with his own little shears. For that night's diversion he paid mighty dear, and away went the wee croppy tailor. Here goes a sporting match between Daniel O'Connell and this notorious Biddy Moriarty, the fishwoman from Dublin. Here goes O'Connell. What's the price of this walking stick, missus, and what is your name? Mrs. O'Hooligan, sir, is my name, and a good one it is, and what have you to say in it? And 1 and 6pence is the price of the stick, and this is chapel dot, so it is. Here goes O'Connell, 1 and 6pence for a walking stick. You, why you are no better than an impostor to ask 1 and 6pence for what cost you only 4pence. Here goes Biddy, 4pence your own grandmother. Do you mean to say it's here for cheating the people I am? An impostor, indeed an impostor. And it's that I'll call out your face. Go cut your stick, you cantankerous old jackanapes. Keep a civil tongue in your head, you old diagonal. Stop your jaw, you pug-nosed badger. Or by this and by that, I'll make you go quicker than you came. Here goes O'Connell. Don't be in a passion, my old radius. Anger will only wrinkle your beauty. Here goes Biddy. By the hokey, if you say another word of your impudence, I'll tan your hide for you. I'll make celery sauce of your rotten limbs, and sorry I'll be to soil my hands with such a common good-for-nothing scrub. Here goes O'Connell. Oh, boys, what a passion old Biddy is in. I protest as I am a gentleman. Here goes Biddy. A gentleman, the likes of you, a gentleman, wish that bands banner. Why, you potato-faced pippin-sneezer, when did a Madagascar monkey like you pick up enough of common decency to hide your curry bro? Here goes O'Connell. Easy now, don't choke yourself with fine language, you antiquated whiskey-drinking parallelogram. Here goes Biddy. What's that you call me? You modern old villain. I call you parallelogram, and a Dublin judge and jury will support me in saying it's no libel to call you so. Here goes Biddy. We should care announce that a decent, honest woman like me should be called a parry-belly-grum to her face. I'm none of your parry-belly-grums, you rascal Gallaspot, you cowardly, shrieking, plate-licking blackguard. Here goes O'Connell. Oh, not you indeed. I suppose you deny that you keep a hippopotamus in your house. Here goes Biddy. It's a lie for you, you rascal robber. I never kept such a thing in my house, you swindling thief. Here goes O'Connell. Why, sure, all the neighbours know very well that you keep a hippopotamus in your house. But also you have 2 diameters locked up in your garage, and you go to walk with them every Sunday. You hapless old heptican, you unmitigated individual. Here goes Biddy. I hear you saying some glory. There's bad language from a fellow who wants to pass himself for a gentleman. May the devil fly away with you, you Mitchell from Munster, you flannin' mouth bog-trotter. Here goes O'Connell, but you cannot deny those charges, you miserable old submultiple of a duplicate ratio. Here goes Biddy. Go rinse your mouth and lily after all the bad words you spake. It ought to be dirtier than your face, you cantankerous old chicken of a bleezy bub. Here goes O'Connell. Rinse your own mouth, you wicked modern old polygon, to the Dickens I'll pitch you, you blustering intersection of an antique superficious. Here goes Biddy. You saucy tinker apprentice, if you don't seize your jaw eyed. But there she lost her breath, and likewise lost her temper, for the last volley from O'Connell had nearly settled her. O'Connell continued, nevertheless, to be arrayed her without mercy. While I have a tune in my head, I'll abuse you, you most inimitable periphery. Look at her, boys. There she stands, convicted perpendicular in petticoats. There's contamination in her circumference, and she trembles with guilt down to the extremities of her corollaries. Aha, you're found out, you rectilinear antecedent and equinangular old hag. It's with you the devil will fly away, you porter sweeping similitude of the dissection of a vertex. At this juncture, old Biddy was overcome with her emotions that she could no longer contain herself. Catching up a saucepan, she aimed it at O'Connell's head, and he was forced to beat a hasty retreat. It was decided, however, that O'Connell had won the victory.
Give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
I realize the way your eyes deceive me, with tender looks that I So take away the flowers that you gave me, and send the kind that you remind me of. Paper roses, paper roses, oh how real those roses seem to be. But they're only imitations, like your imitation love for me. I thought that you would be a perfect lover. You seem so full of sweetness at the start, but like the big red rose that's made
this song because that's how and you all know very well. It's a song from the Jury Road to Debbie Office. That's who you all think about.
This is uncommon.